Alright, what do we have? Oh, my horse. Okay, hold on. We need to occupy the outer bailey, but we need to open for the outer bailey so that we can get reinforcements. So let's do that. I can't run past them? That's so stupid. Oh, whoops. Wow, I got 5 guys on me. Taken out of context, that's funny. Oh, looks like this is where I go. There, got it. Reinforcements. Come on. What are you doing? Animating a cutscene? I thought the gate's just gonna go up and people will come in.
Come out, you rat! Come out and fight like a man! I don't think so.
What is happening?
Would you rather hide behind my wife like some mangy whelp? I could just as easily cut her throat. I have hostages enough, and strong walls to protect me. Bring him
There
in.
he is. He loaded now. How did this guy get captured?
Radzig?
How?
What do you want, you viper? Let me think. Actually, there's nothing I want from you. Except maybe to see you all die. Fire! Burn it down!
Really? We didn't have an archer of our own to just shoot him in the face? If they would have made the cutscenes or these whole parts a bit more seamless, it would have been a bit more immersive.
Christ. Are you all right?
I'll live. Whew, but I don't think I'll be wielding a sword for a while.
Oh, we have men enough for sword wielding. A good lord is harder to come by.
How the hell did they get Radzik? I didn't make it to the gate.
He was charging against reinforcements from the castle.
We have to save my father, somehow.
And we have to save my wife and get our home back.
My friend, I think you know as well as I. We have to lay siege.
No. No, that is our last resort. We have to try all our other options.
Sir, if a few men could scale the western wall after dark, maybe they could get inside, free the hostages, and open the gate. That is, if they're holding them in the courtyard, as we've always done.
Well, that's a big if. What if they're seen and they can't raise the portcullis quietly?
Sir Hanush, if we can save just one hostage...
It's a perilous undertaking. Who would you send?
I'll go.
Then let us make ready.
So obviously we're gonna have a choice between Radzik and Stephanie, because I don't think we'll get both. I like this random money that I'm getting in the middle of a battle. Like, yeah, it's not enough that the armor's weighing me down. Give me 1,000 groschen, you know, give me like 50 pounds of coins. What was that? We saw a glimpse of something and then it went back into a loading screen. Oh, game. Night Raid. Ugh. Last time we did one of these, it didn't end up so good. So if it's stealth that I'm doing, I need to have my monk's garb equipped.
I'd better get ready for the night raid. Some light clothing would be best. Dark colours.
Yeah, I gotcha. Where are we? We are far away. Why aren't we in the town here somewhere? Did it get burned down? Alright. There. Super monk. Alright, who do I talk to? Am I tired? Am I asleep? No, I'm good to go. Okay. Don't you go to bed.
I'm ready.
Are you sure? You should wear lightweight black clothing. Anything you don't need, you can leave here. I don't want you clanking around in plate armor.
Yes, I'm ready to go.
I'll be with you.
Find Sir Radzik and Lady Stephanie.
If any of you are having second thoughts, this is your last chance to speak. Very well. So I hope we're all clear on what has to be done. We need to free the hostages to deprive Toth of his advantage. Now he'll be keeping them somewhere where they can be guarded, but somewhere separate from his other men.
And where would that be?
We always kept our captives in the house on the Bailey by the stables.
What if they're in their tower or somewhere else?
Then we'll have to go to the gate and try to open it. But that will take time and attract attention. So we can only do it if we know exactly how things stand. And if they sound the alarm before we've done anything, we get out of there quick. Understood?
And leave them there.
Better a couple of hostages than a pile of corpses. Lord Capon, are you quite certain you want to engage in this action?
What?
Right. After all, it can't be much different from sneaking out of the upper castle in Rattay and back in every night.
What is this guy doing here?
Besides, who else will keep this hothead from raising bloody mayhem?
No, 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 no. This guy's underage.
May God guide our footsteps.
If he's not old enough to take over a kingdom, how is he old enough to fight? Especially in a big war. What is this guy doing here? This guy's gonna trip me up and mess me up. I just know it. I don't like this. Oh, cape on. I wish you would cape off. I thought I'm going in by myself.
This will be something. They'll be telling stories about this for years. Legends. Unless we fuck it up, then Istvan will be telling the stories and Joe will be on us.
Ooh, if I could knock you out, that would be so good, dude.
We'll go first and take out the sentries. Wait here.
What are they waiting for?
Quiet, for fuck's sake.
What are they waiting for? How's she coming now? Why do I bother asking?
Be quiet and watch that ride of battlements. Fuck this waiting, I'm gonna climb.
Cape on. Okay, so I can use my arrows.
I'll put on his armor and watch this side, but there are still 2 guards on the portcullis winch to deal with. Any volunteers?
Henry will do it.
Buffoon?
Henry, then. Just make sure you keep quiet.
Eliminate the guards at the gate. Okay, let's see if I can do this.
First, we have to find the hostages. Then we can come back and deal with the rest.
Just give me a second, dude. Okay, I'll take the Groshen. Take a torch since I didn't have one. Okay, so where is this guy? What am I supposed to do now? Find Sir Radzik. Okay. Alright, this is my bed here. Villager, villager, villager.
Where's Sir Radzik and Lady Stephanie?
Lady Stephanie? She's not here. She must be held somewhere else.
Where? Where is she being held? And where's Sir Radzik?
I suppose the lady might be in her chamber. We don't know anything. They herded us here and told us not to move a muscle.
God be with you.
Damn it all. We'll have to go back empty-handed. I really thought we could pull it off.
What?
Anywhere. Not without my father and Lady Stephanie.
And how are we meant to find them? They're not in the stables or anywhere nearby. You want to creep right inside the palace where Toth's men are everywhere?
Yeah.
Yes. I can't leave them in Toth's hands.
It was hard enough getting this far, but going inside is madness. What good will it do them if we get caught?
Then we mustn't get caught.
Listen, Hal, I can appreciate your stubbornness, usually.
This is not a
But
place to
this
have a
crosses our
conversation.
heads. At least we saved those other people.
I told you, I'm not leaving here without the hostages.
If you're determined to be a stubborn ox, go right ahead. I suppose you might as well look for your sword while you're at it. No point leaving the job half done.
Save your speeches. Are you going to help me or not?
No, send him
To
away.
get yourself killed, you can do it alone. But before you go raising bloody mayhem, give us time to get out of here.
Come on then. Let's get the fuck out of here before they catch us.
Gorva! Fuck my ass!
Oh, great. We have to get out with Cape on. Idiot. I knew he'd mess us up. Good thing he got an arrow in the butt.
Fuck. Henry!
I'll have to carry him out of here
Henry,
right now.
if you get me out of here, I'll stop telling everyone what an idiot you are. Quick! Right behind us. Then he's behind you. They're in front of me. And I can't do anything.
There they are.
Faster! I've had enough of lying on the ground for one day.
How do I open the thing? Where's the thing? How do we open the gate? Where's the mechanism for it? What the heck is my objective? Get out of the castle.
If you don't get a move on, they'll stab you in the back right under my nose. This This isn't very comfortable. Can't you stop hopping around with me? My arms are killing me. Faster! Faster!
Sheesh. What a disaster.
I have to admit, we didn't do too well.
True. The shame of it. They drove us back before we even got anywhere. It's worse than if they'd killed us.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. We had to give it a try. If we succeeded.
If pigs had wings. I know it troubles.
If it wasn't for
It's
you.
not over yet. We'll rescue the hostages and hang that bastard Ishvan.
Okay, so we didn't fail, we completed. I guess we were supposed to fail. Capon. Seriously. There's always something that he messes up.
It seems, Robard, that we're running out of options.
We don't have enough men to scale the walls with ladders. We can't afford to lose any more. We can only take Talmberg by a ruse or with superior numbers. Ruses have failed. We don't have superior numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And we're left with no choice but to build a trebuchet. To demolish my own walls. Where's Master Fafar?
He's
Okay,
waiting.
finally.
We sent for him as soon
Bring
as...
him to me. Let's not waste time.
I like the idea of building a trebuchet.
Sir Divish.
You will build me a trebuchet, Master Tobias.
Trebuchet, my lord. That's not entirely in my field of expertise.
We have to take back Talmberg.
Yes, indeed, sir. I understand
and
that.
You are the best engineer we can rely on in the whole fiefdom.
Oh, well, thank you, my lord, but it's just that I've never built a trebuchet before. This could take some time.
Then you'd better get to it. Bernard will go over the plan of attack with you.
Oh.
Well, Master Tobias, you have much to do and little time. I will not keep you any longer.
Indeed. Of course, sir. Thank you, my lord.
How are the preparations proceeding in the other camps?
As well as can be expected under the circumstances. There are still many things that need doing, but I just don't have the time for them.
No, you don't. Henry.
Yes, sir.
I would like for you to help with the preparations in the encampments.
Gladly, sir.
Robard will brief you. That'll be all.
And right before we finish building the trebuchet, the Hungarian Cumans come. Alright, let's talk to Robard.
What needs to be done?
Look, a military encampment's a complicated thing. I don't expect it to be as peaceful and orderly as Holy Mass. But what we have here now is havoc. The men are as nervous and short-tempered as caged bears. When you walk around the camps, you'll see for yourself. Grumbling everywhere, complaints about everything from the gruel to the fleas. They're moaning they've drunk the alehouse dry, and now they have to wait for the next batch of beer. We've got dead who deserve a decent burial, and a lot of wounded, including one of their lordships. The less the troops grumble, the better off we'll all be. But that's not even the main problem.
What do you mean?
Did you hear what Sir Divish was saying to Fafar, our master builder?
I heard some of it.
And what did you make of it?
He said he'd never built a trebuchet catapult. I wouldn't even know where to start, but he might.
But if it'll take him as long as he said, we can't wait until Judgment Day. We don't have that much time.
I'll try to ask him if I can help in some way.
You should definitely do that. Without a trebuchet, we're much too weak.
How are you faring, Sir Robard?
How do you think I'm faring, lad? There's some cutthroat thug lolling about in my bed at the castle.
Well, at least no one's raised Talmberg.
We are.
Though we may end up doing it ourselves to smoke the bastard out.
I imagine Sir Divish isn't taking it too well.
And why do you think he handed command over to me? But it pains my heart too. That place is my home.
What's the easiest way to take back Talmberg?
The easiest way? Call in the Royal Army and leave it to them. But there's no Royal Army to help us now, and we can't afford to wait. What's more, we don't want to destroy the castle. Personally, I'd like to return to it.
Repairing the castle would be expensive.
And time-consuming. No trebuchet is wholly on target. The missiles fly as they please. And if we blast the castle to pieces and Sigismund comes back, he'll make short work of us.
Do you think Sigismund will come back?
Oh yeah.
How do I know what's in his head? But if he doesn't take advantage of this chaos, someone else probably will. The whole country will know about it soon enough.
I'd never have thought so many people were keeping an eye on Talmberg. Like that fellow Havel.
Not only Talmberg, and we've left precious few men in Ratai. If we're defeated here, who's to stop them from pillaging the whole province? And there's no shortage of power-hungry bastards like Havel and Toth in Bohemia.
Is there some way we can get through the gate?
There are steps from the gate up to the walkway on the battlements, and I don't know how Istvan's covering them. Then there's the portcullis to get through. A big battering ram might breach it, but how could you get one that close? I reckon we'll have to set fire to it.
Stack up brushwood and light it?
Brushwood, timber, anything that burns, soaked in as much pitch as possible. The local charcoal burners surely have some.
And even if it doesn't burn the gate right down, it'll weaken it and make it easier to break through.
Exactly.
And what about the walls? Which side is the most vulnerable?
The south and east are solid. It would be useless to try anything there.
It's best defended from the north, and as for the west...
From the west is where we tried it, and got royally fucked, if you recall. But I think in the end we'll try that way again, only this time we'll do it better.
Yeah, without K-Pod.
Pity they didn't stay holed up in Vranyk for longer. It would have been much easier there.
Toth is a wily fox. If he'd had all his men with him there would have been real carnage. It's likely we only won there because he'd already gone and taken most of his best soldiers with him.
Is there anything you can tell me about Talmberg's weak points?
The truth is, Talmberg has far too few weaknesses. Who'd have thought that was something I'd come to regret?
Pity they didn't stay holed up in Vranyk for longer.
Toth is a...
Is there anything else I can help with?
Well, we need some pitch. I know you had dealings with the charcoal burners.
I've met a few, true enough.
Then have a look around the area. If you manage to find any pitch, bring it to our quartermaster in the camp at the quarry.
Alright. Let's continue talking to people.
The Lord be praised. What brings you?
Sir Robard sent me to you. He said you have to build a trebuchet.
Indeed. A trebuchet that can smash the walls of Talmberg. I, a mining engineer. What do I know of war machines? I'll never manage it on my own.
Well, I'd like to help you, but how? I don't know anything about trebuchets either.
Actually, there is a way you could help. Conrad Kieser came to Sasso recently. If you could get him to come here, it would save my skin.
Conrad Kieser? Who's he?
He's a scholar who studied medicine, but he also designed siege engines. He even took part in the siege of Nicopolis, together with Sigismund.
You're still an engineer, though. Couldn't you build it yourself?
Are you serious? Do you know how complicated such a machine is? what forces are at work in the contraption? If we were lucky, it wouldn't fire at all. Far more likely it would smash itself to smithereens and kill lots of us instead of the enemy.
He was with Sigismund.
It's not so straightforward. They quarrelled after the battle, after Conrad blamed their defeat on Sigismund.
I don't suppose he took that too well.
Quite. That's what led to Conrad being banished from Prague and making a base at Bethlen Castle.
Banished? Like a common criminal?
He was a member of the court and a doctor and a master engineer, so nothing quite that bad befell him. I've even heard he has a whole host of wise men with him and they're writing some book together.
What's he doing here in Sasau?
They sent him over here to help with building the monastery. No doubt they had to pay handsomely to get him.
And how am I supposed to get him here? Abduct him?
Well, only if all else fails. We need his cooperation. Try having a word with him. By all accounts, he hates Sigismund.
Okay.
Alright, I'll do what I can.
Thank you, Henry. Maybe we will build that trebuchet after all.
Rocketeer. Okay, so we talked to these two people. Who else do we need to talk to? Robart's horse. Let's inspect it. Ugh.
A monk's got no business out here.
Oh, give me a break about the monk. How do I talk to the other people? Where are they?
What are you doing here?
Oh, give me a break. Talk to the quartermaster, talk to Divish, talk to Bernard.
God be with you.
How are things with you?
I thank the Lord. I'm still alive and well.
So do I. Others haven't been so fortunate.
Great conversation.
Good day to you.
How are things with you?
It's a shit pile and no mistake. A good friend of mine was killed.
I'm sorry to hear it.
I only pray we kill every last one of them bastards. Then maybe I'll have some peace. Take care.
Jesus Christ be praised.
How are things with you?
Wait now. Weren't you on the nighttime raid too? It's a shame we didn't succeed. It could all have been over by now.
I'm saying the same thing to myself. But we can only trust in God's plan.
Aye, and pray for salvation.
God be with you.
I wish I could have tackled Capon and choked him out.
God be with you.
Okay.
God be.
Okay, so I guess there's nothing more to ask there. How am I supposed to talk to these other people? Where are they? I'm so confused. Where did I... Whoa. Oh, Divish is there. Quartermaster's there. Charcoal burners are there. Okay, well. Everyone's kind of split up.
God be with you, lads. What can I do for you?
How are you, my lord?
How do you think? That slimy toad has my blood boiling. If I get my hands on him, I'll rip his black heart out. Only I've been handed the job of guarding the western route, at the quarry. There's not a damn thing happening there.
Well, at least you're out of archery range of the castle.
True, but it's not much consolation. If the men don't get something to do soon, I'll have to put them to work in the quarry. Idle hands are the devil's tools.
How do you think the siege will go, sir?
Better than it has done so far, I hope. First we lost your lord and father, and then our nighttime assault failed.
I'm sorry we didn't succeed. It would all have been over by now. But at least we got out alive.
If the two of you had been left behind, Istvan would have had another pair of hostages. Oh, let's pray our fortunes improve. But I'm a bit worried about that trebuchet. I don't have much experience with engines of war. Even if we do drive Toth out, there might not be much left of the castle after we've done it.
Sir Hanush, do you think Sir Radzig is all right?
Oh, don't worry. He's more used to Toth alive, so he's in no danger for now.
For now?
Radzig's a man who knows how to take care of himself. I'm more concerned about Lady Stephanie. It would be dreadful if anything happened to her.
It was a pleasure to talk to you, Sir Hanush.
Likewise, Henry. God be with you.
Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Good day to you. What do you need?
How are we doing with the food?
Who wants to know? One of their lordships?
No, I just wondered if there was anything you're short of.
Oh, I see. The lordling is wondering if we're in urgent need of anything. Well. To tell the truth, we don't have much meat. They bring it round often enough, but never as much as they should.
Yes, I've heard something like that.
I'll say. Every other man's moaning on about it. The gamekeepers are doing all they can, but they can't keep up. So if you know how to help them out, bring it right here. I'll take care of the rest.
Fine, keep that in mind. Do we have any beer?
Christ, I wish we did. Our ale's all gone and we've drained the local inn dry.
That's bad news.
Don't I know it? You can't go and catch a beer in the woods either. But if you happen to know about some, let's hear it. News like that'd refresh me almost as much as a drink. And the lads, too.
Yeah, I've been stockpiling some. Alright, so I've talked to you. Now let's talk to Divish. Beer. Find this dude. I think this guy's priority. So we need to go for A. Alright. Before that, I need to go to D. D for Divish. Ooh, I wonder what would happen if I tried to go to the castle. Interesting.
Yeah. God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
How do you feel, Sir Divish? How's the shoulder?
I felt better, boy. I feel awful, truth be told, and my shoulder's paining me.
Let someone tend to the wound and you'll soon be better.
The flesh can be healed, perhaps, but the spirit... Henry, can you do something for me?
What is it you need, sir?
I need a priest as well as a physician. The closest was in Rovna, but I don't know what happened to him. And then there's the one from Ujits. What's his name?
Godwin. But why would you need a priest? The wound will heal, especially with the help of one of the monks.
It's not about me. I've got a lot of wounded here that won't see morning, and dead men, and I have to confess my sins. See you later.
You have to... And then this prick. This prick.
Without it... Well, if it isn't the
world-renowned victor of the Rat-Eye tourney, Henry of Skalitz.
I wish I had an option to tell him to buzz off.
Are you wishing you stayed home at Rat-Eye instead of joining in our nighttime venture?
You must be joking. I haven't had so much fun since... actually ever.
Really? Despite being wounded? Actually, you missed the best part. When I was hauling you like a sack of grain to the battlements, dead to the world.
It can't have been that much fun if I fell asleep. But you might have handled me a bit more gently. I'm black and blue all over.
Oh, alright then. Next time I'll just leave you to Istvan's tender mercies.
Nonsense. What would you do without me? Still, thank you for hauling me out today.
Anything for you, my lord.
Goodbye.
Oh, I don't like you anymore. Alright, let's go to, let's go here. Let's find this engineer guy and send him over. See if we can find any beer. Alright, so where am I supposed to find this guy? Renowned engineer residing in Sasau Monastery. Okay, so he's in the monastery. Oh shoot, I have to show my face in the monastery wearing this. Gonna be fun times. Okay, so I need to talk to some people.
Amongst, what are you doing?
Okay, let's talk to the hand.
You'll have me to reckon with.
Why do I get a loading screen for this?
God almighty.
Do you happen to know the whereabouts of Conrad Keyser?
What? That old fool? The one who spends his time poring over old books instead of at the tavern. He's all locked away in the custodian's house. That's the big place in the courtyard by the monastery.
Okay. Alright. That guy. What DLC would I have had here? Would you, Hanka?
How do you think? Badly, that's how. Since you let us down, if you must know.
Oh. What's happened?
You promised to help me with the wounded. And what happened with that? A lot of good people died because of you. And don't even get me started on the poor wretches in Merhoyed.
I'm sorry about what happened. But I did my utmost. Truly. But those were complicated cases. By the time I was able to get hold of everything that was needed and prepare remedies, it was already too late. There was nothing more that could be done. Even you and Brother Nicodemus were at a loss most of the time.
I hope you mean it sincerely. It's true it was no easy matter. What is it you wanted anyway?
Nothing. I just stopped by to see how you were doing. I was thinking you might be glad to see a familiar face.
That's true enough. There's no end to the work that needs doing here, and I've little or no help. Everyone's got a problem, and it feels like I'm the only one in the whole world who's able to help them. And Matthias... he worries me most of all. Brother Nicodemus helped me to move him here after what happened in Merhoyed.
Mm-hmm.
He's still lying in a fever, and nothing seems to help.
Sorry to hear it. To be honest, you look all done in.
I know. I'm constantly on my feet, and when I get a chance to rest for a while, I don't sleep well. I keep having peculiar dreams and waking up. I get up in the morning feeling like I haven't slept at all.
Peculiar dreams.
I brought you something.
That's sweet of you. What is it?
I've got a bit of spare coin, and I was thinking maybe you could use it.
We certainly could. That would be a great help.
I'd like to give you 360 groschen.
Thanks, Henry. You're an angel.
Alright.
What's wrong with Matthias?
As I said, his wound isn't healing, and he has a constant fever. Me and Brother Nicodemus are at a loss. We tried everything we could think of. I pray every night to Our Lady to heal him. If only he'd get better.
Ah, poor Matthias. After all he's been through. I'll pray for him too. You know, I could get you some potion to help calm you down so you can sleep.
Thanks. But there's no point in it. Brother Nicodemus already tried and it didn't help.
Oh, I see. I brought you something.
That's sweet of you.
I've got quite a bit of meat. More than I can eat myself. I thought you might be able to use it.
Thank you so much. This will help us a lot. We've barely got enough to eat, you know?
Glad to be of help.
Alright, good. Peculiar dreams. We're not going to be doing that right now. The heck is D? This guy?
Do you happen to know the whereabouts of Conrad Keyser?
What do you want from the old buzzard? Never mind. What do I care? It's the big house in the courtyard by the monastery.
I've come to ask for help.
Again? Such trying times we live in. God is testing us all. So what is it you need?
Their lordships have laid siege to Talmberg, and the brigands have wounded Sir Divish and many other people. I'm to ask if the monastery might send someone to help.
These are tragic times. Fortunately, I've only a little work left to do here, so I'll gather my things and set off for Talmberg.
Excellent.
May God reward you 1,000 times.
Goodbye.
Good. At least we've made some progress. Why is everything loading so slowly?
Aren't you meant to be in the monastery? Meant to be in the monastery, lad?
Where the heck is this guy?
God be with you.
Farewell.
Okay, so the guy's in here.
Huh? By the horn of Joshua, you startled me.
You said enter.
I thought you were urban. What do you want?
Okay, got his house key. That's good.
Sir Tobias Fayfar, the master builder and engineer from Skalitz, sends his greetings.
Fayfar? Tobias Fayfar? I've heard of him. He invented an interesting mining machine. What does he need?
Sir, have you heard what's been going on in Talmberg?
I've heard a thing or two. Is it true the castle's been taken?
It has, and we want to take it back. Master Fafar has been given the task of building a trebuchet, but he's not sure he can manage it.
I doubt it myself. Building siege engines is an entirely different kettle of fish than mining. Damn, I'd like to rain some boulders on those heathens of Sigismund's. But that can't be done with a quill and parchment, and I can't leave here right now.
Why?
Why can't you leave?
That's a long story. I was a little, more than a little, critical of Sigismund's efforts at Nicopolis. And it might surprise you to know, after that defeat, he didn't particularly appreciate my criticism. Then, when Sigismund abducted the king, I didn't feel too secure in Prague, so I left. Perhaps left is the wrong word. Some might say I was banished. In any case, I went to Bethlern Castle.
They locked you up in Bethlern?
Not quite. It's a royal castle. They lead me to my own devices there. Frankly, this so-called banishment has been a bit of a blessing. I have peace and quiet to attend to my opus and a band of able assistants. Although I have lost quite a few of my patrons thanks to all this unrest.
And why are you here in Sassa?
To be honest, I need the money.
Money, sir? You don't seem like a man who lives in want.
Dear me, no. I don't need it to support myself. It's to fund my opus. That's why I agreed to help with the construction of the monastery. So you see, I can't simply take my leave.
What is it you're working on, sir?
Belli Fortis, a great book of war machines and weapons, my opus magnum, my legacy. All you have seen here are but snippets of my great work. Mark my words. One day, our whole world will be run by machines and inventions not yet dreamed of.
Of course. Any day now, they'll plough our fields and milk our cattle.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. Just thinking aloud about things for battle. Could I help you escape, perhaps?
Who says I want to?
But you said you couldn't leave, sir.
Young man, I can't leave because I gave my word I'd help with the building of the monastery here. And my word is my bond. I have no intention of sneaking away like some criminal.
Who do you work for here?
My contract is with the abbot himself, but I discussed the work details with Carol, the monastery's master builder.
Could I not just pay off the master builder for your services?
I doubt it. Carol is only interested in the construction. As long as he has the money to pay the craftsman's wages, that's all he needs.
Ah, as long as he has enough for wages, you say?
Yes, what are you thinking?
Couldn't Carol be persuaded somehow? After all, the defense of the province is at stake.
I realize that, but Sassa Monastery has always kept its neutrality. What's more, the abbot isn't here at present, and without his permission, Carol won't be persuaded.
Yeah.
I might have another idea.
What do you suggest?
Carol received his commission in writing. If you found it, we could, we could copy the abbot's seal and signature on our own document.
That's a curiously interesting idea.
My inventiveness has many applications. I could be back here before the abbot, so he won't even know I was gone.
How do I get my hands on the commission?
It will be somewhere in his quarters. You'll need to get it quickly and put it back before he notices it's gone. I suggest waiting until evening. That's when Carol usually goes to the tavern to play dice. He's fond of his dice. Maybe you can take advantage of that somehow.
Right. I'll see what I can do. You really can't come with me right away?
Damn. I'd like to rain some boulders on those heathens of...
I'll try and find some way of getting you out of here.
Look here, I don't want any trouble. You better talk to Corral, the master builder.
Okay. Alright, so things just keep getting more and more complicated. We have to do 100 chores. So we'll worry about these next time.